I'm going to welcome you up to the stage now. So hi Anna.
Thank you so much. Hi.
Hi. Great to have you with us. I'm going to have you got have you got a presentation, or are you just?
Yes, I have a presentation. Just at the beginning, I want to say that I'm very happy I'm here. You know, I'm from Poland, so we are very close to Ukraine. So nowadays, all of what we are doing is connected with that. So such a great conference is something else I can do now, not only think about what is happening here. Yeah, I have a presentation, so I'm just adding it.
Yeah, if you could click on the plus at the bottom. There we go. Yeah. Okay, and I can put that up for you. There we go. And right. So everyone, well, Anna, there's going to be hopefully some time at the end for some questions. So guys, everybody have your questions ready for Anna. And otherwise, I'll leave it with you. Gamification doing good. Does it pay off for companies? Thank you.
Exactly. So I'm going to start from the short history. In 2010, a new manager was promoted, and to manage like 200 employees. There were be taken from a different parts of the bank because of the merger of two banks, and employees were very, very unmotivated. Why? Because they were given less bonuses while being delegated for that particular merger project than normally they have in their everyday work. But the manager was very open-minded, and she said, okay, what can motivate employees? I will check it. She found out something about the gamification. She finished the course in the US university to be good in that, and she came back to her management board. So the management board at the beginning said, what? Games in the bank? Impossible. But it was so less time till the merger that they say, okay, you can do it. And after 3 months, which left to the merger, they found out that they have got a lot of more savings because people were doing less bugs. They were testing the systems faster because all was done in the IT environment. After that, they told her, okay, gamification is working. We don't know how you did it, but you can do it as much as you want. So then after over 6 years, she was doing the gamification projects in different parts of the bank. And after that, she thought that gamification is the most interesting thing of all her being director of the IT department. Then she decided to leave the corporate and have the GRYWIT company. So as you can imagine, the lady of who I was talking about is me. This is how it all starts. But what else happened in that 2010? There is a small girl who was born, and the doctor told to her mother that she's got a hearing aid, and most likely she will not be able to talk normally, and she will not be able to have a normal social relations with people. But the mother said to the doctor, no, you will see that girl, we're gonna sing the same as her mom. And surprise, surprise, you can imagine that her mom is also me. And now she's 12. She sings with me because I am a singer too. She's doing the basketball matches. She's playing in the basketball team, which is the best in the region. She's doing like everything and as other children, even if she's disabled with her ears. And the method why she's so good, and now the doctor said it is impossible, she's talking that way, she's singing, was the gamification. So I was doing gamification with her from the very beginning, since she was very young. And that's why the big why of GRYWIT company is to combine the commercial projects for companies together with project who has got the impact for society, for children, because as I saw on my example, that in the most important project of my life, like giving the possibility for normal life for my own daughter, if it works there, then it can works also in different activities. So what I'm going to tell you today, it is how I would just show you a few examples, because the projects which we are doing in the CSR areas are a lot of, but just a few examples. So I would tell you how our gamification projects in companies prevent depression during the pandemic for 5 children. There was the children of the employees of that companies. How we provided environmental education to Polish school children, and how we were able to have urban pollution in the cities in which we were doing the gamification in 5 African countries. So I will share those histories with you. Why, at the beginning, I want to tell you why including social responsibility projects is so important for the companies. Because 44% of the employees resign from working with an organization whose activities are characteristic by low social responsibility. On the other hand, 86% of employees report high levels of commitment in companies that implement successful CSR projects. So when I hear commitment, of course, I'm thinking about the gamification, which increased the employees' engagement in companies by, in average, 72%. But what can give us better results? Combining gamification with the corporate social responsibility, because a lot of us has got the socializers in ourselves. So that's why those projects can be more and more successful. And why gamification in CSR areas seems so crucial now. First of all, our employees want to work for higher goals than the owner's profit. Second of all, our customers require it. And as like point number 3, I would mention the regulatory requirements which are being given to the companies among all of the sensibility areas. So just a few examples of projects which we did in that area. So this is the example of well-being challenge project. It was done in Bosch, and the goal of the project was to building healthy habits among employees and the motivation to take care about their physical and mental health. And here we also had tasks not only for the employees but also for their families, because it was during pandemic. So this is the example where I was talking about the children. Like we also have some webinars with the psychologists who are taking care not only about the employees but also their families. So how we do all those well-being and zero waste projects is that we not only give the tasks to people in the gamification, they're getting points, badges, etc., like in every gamification, but we also have some interactive meetings with the specialists, so people can gather the knowledge and then they do the tasks in the proper way, because we don't want them to do any activity, but we want them to do the activity in the right way. So that's why in all of our projects we have a lot of experts from different parts of the healthy in the holistic understanding. And one of the results, because we were like checking the like what is the effect when we finish the project. So like 94% of the employees are still more involved in activities which are improving their health. And what also we did in that project, like in addition to individual prizes, all of the employees were collecting the points for the like charity prize, which was the gamification development project for the children which are in the Institute of Potential. Those children are like coming from the families which has got some kind of let's call it problems. So such gamification gave them a lot of not only fun, but developed their skills and show them in which parts they are like really good and which competences they should improve to be better in. And for that particular project, our client received the main award in our national competition for companies in the category of organizational culture and employee engagement. So it was a huge success. Like for now, we did I think around 70 or 80 projects like on well-being in different companies. I'm just showing you one example because of time what we have. We are also doing a lot of projects for foundation and associations supporting children. So these are only some names of the foundations for which we are doing charity projects to just give the technology and motivation to the society. Okay, so now I'm gonna show you a very short film about the zero waste, how it can look like. Okay. So this is some kind of teaser who is showing in which categories we can do the zero waste projects. Of course, today during the networking session, I can tell you more. I can show how it looks like. So just a few examples on that. Oh, thank you, Victoria. Think globally, act locally. Brilliant. Yeah, I liked it too. Thank you so much for your comment. So now I'm going to tell you very quickly about like few zero waste initiatives which we were doing so far. Again, we did a lot of projects on this area because those areas are the one which are my favorite, to be honest. Like well-being and zero waste is something I'm a really huge fan like personally, so that's why those projects are my favorite. So we did the zero waste challenge for children and young people in Polish schools. There were two kind of programs, one for smaller children and the other one for the teenagers. So the goal of project was the environmental education of children in a more interesting way. So that's why we use the gamification in their everyday life. And what happens? Not only the children change their everyday habits, but also they impacted their whole families. So we have later some kind of questionnaires, and also the parents were able to give us the feedback. So it was really fantastic when they all said, okay, till now I haven't been caring so much about the zero waste. Maybe I wasn't using the plastic bags, but nothing else. But now, when we have our children at home and they are watching us, checking us, because they know how, our whole family changed the behavior. So that project was like in the newspapers, in many, like it was, let's say, a huge success in the Polish market. This is the second kind of project which I want to show you. Last year, we did an Africa Zero Waste Challenge in 5 African countries, as you see. So the Ivory Coast, Nigeria, Senegal, Cameroon, and Benin. Because like, as I said, this is the biggest challenges of the waste is in Africa, because over 90% of African waste is disposed of in uncontrolled landfills. So this is a huge problem there. And when I was in Africa, I love Africa, and I saw all of those waste, I said, no, I have to do something with that. So we did the project. Also ISEC as a student organization was involved in that. So this is on this picture, you can see the winning team. It was from Cameroon, and you know, the most important like goal which we have, that now from all of the people who were participating in those Zero Waste Challenge, 94% produce less waste thanks to the gamification, how we educate them, how we change their everyday habits, because you know, if it lasts enough long, the habits can be changed for like a longer time or even forever. So that's why we are very happy that it was so a big success in the Africa. And now, since 8th of April, we are starting again the African Zero Waste Challenge for the companies in Africa. It's gonna be like free of charge, so it's only like for those who are open-minded and want to do something for the having less waste in the Africa. So if you know any African companies, or rather companies located in Africa, because it can be international companies, if you know such, please contact them with me, and we can do such zero waste challenge for their employees. So to answer the question from the titles, like, is it profitable for the companies to run gamification, especially in such areas, or combining the gamification with CSR areas, is first of all, higher profits, in average 22%, higher productivity of the employees, in average 21%, and 75% better branding or image of the company among employees and customers. So I think it is worth. Okay, and very short film I want to show you about the second project, because there is a surprise. Like in the, okay, I'll just share it, the card. There is a surprise later, so I want you to watch carefully both films. was the teaser for the well-being. So now is the surprise which I want to give you. So if you want to take participation in a free weekly challenge, you can write in the chat what kind of challenge you prefer. Number 1, well-being. Number 2, zero waste. So the one who is gonna get more likes, let's call it like this, will be chosen, and every what weekly challenge would you prefer? Okay, this is from the, okay, so this is from me. Okay, so we have 1, 2, I'm counting, 1, 2. I'm gonna have not enough 1. I'm not gonna have enough fingers, I guess, in a second. Okay, I will still give you a little more time. For now, well-being is more wanted for now. Okay, I'm still waiting just a little bit. Okay, so for now, the well-being is winning. I'm going to move with presentation, but at the end, if someone from the team can too. Okay, so it's almost the same. So if someone can later help me with counting, and on the chat, I don't know, Pete, if you can help me, or someone from your team, to just keep on counting. Thank you so much. Okay, so we'll see which of those will win. Thank you very much. Okay, so like what kind of direction for gamification I would like suggest for the companies nowadays? It's like the project which are not only have an impact on our employees, but also have a positive social impact, because as we see what companies are doing have got a much bigger influence on our planet, on the health circumstances of our employees than like the decisions which individual person is making about the zero waste, for example. So companies has to be involved in that. There is no other way. We don't have planet B. We just need to do here and now for our children, for our grandchildren. So like by creating gamification, we should have a real impact on building habits among our employees. So let us be focused on that it should be the most and the best habits which we can give them. Okay, so people are still voting. That's good. So so like we will see how it's gonna be till the end, because we still have some maybe the time for a little questions. We start earlier, so maybe there are going to be some questions to me. And there is also another surprise. If any of you want to do the dedicated project, either well-being or zero waste in your company, so let us know that you are interested, and you're going to have a 20% discount. Again, this free challenge weekly you can have. The best is to write to us like in the title what is here. So if you can like do a photo, for example, or later come back to this and have this address like info.grywit.pl, it's going to be easier. Thank you so much, Gamification Europe, for writing it on the chat. Yeah, let's write to us, and we're going to be happy to just do that. If it's going to be a long interest later, maybe we can do the second challenge too. So we will see. So we will see how it goes. So for now, like thank you for my side. Of course, remember about the companies in Africa. If you have such, also like write to me, please. And if you have any questions to me, I would love to hear them. I wasn't looking for...
Okay.
Oh,
great. Hello, Anna. That's fantastic. Thank you so much. What a lovely talk, and what a brilliant topic. I think I speak for everyone when we really all kind of it's a real joy to hear about the idea of applying gamification to such an important sort of mission-focused objectives as zero waste and well-being. Really exciting, and we all know the power. You're kind of preaching to the choir here. We all know the power of gamification, so
yes,
we're super excited about the opportunity to apply it, particularly in these areas where, I mean, I think as one of the commenters said, that this is where behavior is the issue, and gamification could actually be one of the silver, not the silver bullet, but one of the silver bullets that organizations, whether they're charities, governments, or as you're targeting, these CSR departments, could be using it. So super interesting. I've got a couple of questions here for you, and I'll bring them up.
So you will search for them, and I will answer quickly question, because there is one question I see on the chat from Adam. It is, what are the words on the wall behind you? Okay, so we are in my kitchen. This is first thing, and here we have the rules for me and my children. So here, like w tym domu, it is in Polish, means in that house. We have got some rules. In gamification, we also have rules. So in my house, there are rules. For example, like we are not shouting on each other, or we are saying sorry if we did something, or we are saying thank you, or we are patient. So these are the rules we have in our house. So like every day we can look into them, because there's also a funny story. I did the gamification with my children when my son didn't want to clean up his room. Okay, so I did the gamification. That time they were very fascinating about the Harry Potter. So it was like the gamification on the app, like regarding this. And what was, I will not say the whole story, because maybe there are the other questions, but finally they changed their habits, both of my children, because I have daughter and son. So they changed the habits. And what was the prize? Because very often, this is the very important topic. If you do the gamification by yourself, or the elements of the gamification for your children, you need to be very careful about the prizes, because we want to improve the internal motivation, not doing things just for the prizes. Okay, so the prize for that challenge for them was that we all are going to the cinema, but the one who was better is deciding on which film we are going. So the prize wasn't that one is getting something, the second child is not getting, but I was learning that the prize is that you have the power to decide about something. So this is much more engaging for the children. They can have the impact on the family than just be given some new game or something. So if you do the gamification for children, be careful about the prizes.
No, I think that's super advice, and I completely agree that getting the right level of reward is so important in the overall context. So I think with my children, I think I think being able to choose the film would almost be too much. I think for them, I think we would probably go for being able to choose where to sit in the cinema. That would be the level that they would get. But so super. So we've got a great question here, and I think really want to hear your view on it. So I think you've identified a supermarket opportunity, and it's particularly great to see companies like Bosch, of the stature of Bosch in Poland, getting involved. So are you seeing gamification as already popular in CSR, or is it a new area, or is it something where CSR departments have sort of looked at it and walked away? What sort of stage would you say in the market life cycle gamification is for CSR departments?
Yeah, it's getting more popular, but still it is not so popular as, for example, doing gamification for the sales department. Because I started doing this well-being and zero waste project regularly in 2016. So it's 6 years for now, when we are doing this. And now I would say that for my company, these are the most common project which people are getting, but we are also known in Poland as the one who are, like the best experts in that area because of the experience. Because when I was starting, no one was doing this. Everyone was doing it only for the, areas which are giving the money like directly, because doing CSR things also gives the companies money, but not in so like directly way. On the film, I didn't know if you noticed, but our well-being projects in average give 25% less of the absence of the employees and 68% higher effectiveness, because they don't need to have over hours and everything. They are more, they have more energy thanks to this. So it also brings money, but not in such general as you can see in the Excel that, this was the amount of the sales, there's gamification, and now this is the amount of the sales. This is like, it needs a lot, like little more time to get those money. But to be honest, now, people need this. What is happening, now even in Poland, when we are talking about the helping to Ukrainians, you see, we all have our jobs, we all have our duties, but we are helping because there are like something higher than just our individual goals, and people like to have and to work with the companies who also have those higher goals than just the profits. And the thing is, how I think about the projects which we are doing in Zeros or wherever, people all the time are wondering what to do to have less waste here or there. I'm thinking, no, don't think that way. Start from thinking how to make it that we will change people's brains and their habits to produce it less. So then we will have later less problem at the end. Start from the children, from schools. Start from the everyday habits. When gamification can help you in that, to just do small steps. Because if we have it on the huge scale, then this is something that we can change in the waste area and whole planet.
Yeah, I think it's excellent. I mean, it reminds me very much of around 10 years ago, there was a Microsoft's view on gamification was that it was a great tool for what they called organizational citizenship behaviors, which is which is very much what you're talking about. That sort of what does it mean to be a citizen of the organization, and how can we enhance those behaviors? It sounds super exciting. I mean, we're going to be really excited to hear from you how this develops. So I hope this really develops into a proper a big business for you, because wouldn't it be fantastic to see corporates not just in Poland and in Africa but around the world being using gamification?
Especially that I won't put it, because this is kind of because this is the kind of area which can be developed in every country, because being eco more or less means the same in every country. Yeah, well-being more or less means the same. So those projects doesn't need to have a lot of time to build them from the very beginning. However, there are some cultural differences. Yesterday on the networking session, I was talking here on the conference. I was talking about that when I was starting doing that African Zero Waste Challenge, I was thinking, okay, it's gonna be like here in Europe, that this is a huge idea of being eco, so the people will just gonna do it only for the idea to have the clean planet, clean roads and everything. And my African friend told me, like this, you can do it in Europe. But if you are starting in Africa, you need to give some monetary price for the team. For example, and I showed you the picture, they went for the dinner together. So it wasn't a big price, but still it was something monetary they will be given, because otherwise it's going to be hard to convince them to even take part in this. So this is something, if I would do that project by myself without that knowledge from the local people, it wouldn't be so successful. And I would be thinking, okay, maybe Africa isn't ready for the gamification, or the gamification in the Zero Waste area. But the thing was that I need to adjust the project to the circumstances which are in particular country.
Super. I mean, that's great advice as well, isn't it, everyone? So interrogating your context, making sure you know who you're gamifying, starting with them, finding out what their motivational kind of architecture
do
is.
The research before, do the research before you build the app, because app is just a tool. Yeah.
Great advice. Great advice. I think we'll leave it with that. That's been a fantastic session. Thank you very much again, Anna. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much. Exactly. Thank you for all the comments. There were all the time, like Jessica, Victoria, and Adam, and all of you. Thank you so much for the words you've been giving and such positive feedback. I'm very happy again. Thank you, Pete, for inviting me. It was a huge pleasure, and I'm looking forward for the cooperation with like other gamification people, because you know, we should all cooperate to make the better world with the methods who are working.